Welcome to the iRogya Wellness Podcast, your quick guide to a healthier life. In each episode, we'll explore practical tips and insights to help you on your journey to optimal health and well-being. Let's dive in.
Hey everyone, and welcome. We're diving into something really interesting today. We're going to be talking about Puritii.
Puritii.
Yeah, it's a brand. It's pronounced
Puritii.
Puritii. And we're going to be looking at how this brand is all about
Empowering health.
empowering health through its products.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our listeners are really into discovering new ways to
Boost well-being.
boost well-being, especially when it comes to creating healthier spaces in our homes and for our families.
And it's interesting because Puritii really seems to connect
Yeah.
clean air and water with some of our body's inner workings.
Right.
Like the immune system and detoxification.
Right.
How we get rid of toxins.
So let's jump right in.
Mm-hmm.
The document we're looking at is an excerpt titled Empowering Health, How Puritii Products Support You.
Okay.
And right away, it emphasizes clean air and water as like the foundation.
Yeah, the foundation of good health.
I mean, it makes sense, but do we really think about it enough?
That's a great point.
You know-
It's like Puritii is bringing it to the forefront because we kind of take these things for granted
Yeah.
until there's a problem.
No,
You know what
right.
I mean? Like if there's a boil water advisory, suddenly everyone's like, oh my gosh, I need clean water.
Exactly. You don't know what you've got till it's gone right.
Right.
But, it's not just like some feel-good statement.
Right.
There's actually science behind this, isn't there?
There is. Research is increasingly showing that the less we're exposed to pollutants,
Yeah.
the better our immune systems function.
Hmm.
And Puritii claims that they create these innovative products that actually address these needs.
Interesting. So speaking of the immune system,
Okay.
that's kind of like our body's personal shield.
Yeah. It's always on guard against anything that could make us sick.
Exactly.
It's constantly scanning for
Yeah.
and neutralizing
Yeah.
threats
Yeah.
like bacteria and viruses and even abnormal cells that could lead to disease.
So like it's our internal security force working 24/7.
That's a great way to put it.
But this document mentions all kinds of challenges that our immune systems are facing in today's world.
Oh, yeah.
Pollution, allergens,
Yeah.
microplastics,
Microplastics.
toxins in everyday
Oh,
products.
and it can feel overwhelming, right?
Yeah, it's a lot.
And these things are constantly bombarding our systems,
Right.
which can lead to chronic inflammation or even trigger things like allergies, where the
Ah.
immune system is sort of overreacting,
Yeah.
or autoimmune disorders where it's actually attacking itself.
So it sounds like supporting our immune system is more crucial than ever.
Absolutely, especially with all this environmental stress we're facing.
Exactly. And this is where Puritii's water filtration systems come in, right?
Yes. Puritii highlights their patented
Oh.
two-stage water filtration systems, and they claim that these can remove up to 99.99% of a wide range of contaminants from our water.
99.99%. That's a bold claim.
It is.
So what kind of contaminants are we talking about specifically?
Everything. We're talking chemicals, bacteria, viruses, heavy metals,
Wow.
which can be so harmful. Yeah.
And the document actually calls out lead and chromium byproducts,
Okay.
particularly concerning examples.
Wow. Yeah. You don't want that in your water.
No.
But what about the essential minerals
That's a great question.
that our bodies need?
And it's something that Puritii actually addresses.
Oh, good.
They say that their filters are designed to retain those essential minerals
Okay.
to prevent the kind of electrolyte imbalance
Yeah.
that can happen when those minerals are stripped away.
Which makes sense. So
Yeah.
you're getting the good stuff
Right.
without the bad. But
Exactly.
what about the air we breathe?
The air.
This document claims that indoor air can be even more polluted than outdoor air.
More polluted.
And honestly, that kind of freaks me out a little. How is that even possible?
Well, it's easy to assume that we're safer indoors, right?
Yay.
But think about all the sources of indoor pollution.
Yeah.
You've got building materials, furniture,
Right.
cleaning products, even our own activities like cooking.
All of these things release pollutants into the air.
It all adds up, right?
It does.
So how does Puritii address this indoor air problem?
Well, they offer air purification systems that are designed for both homes and businesses.
Okay.
And it's interesting because they describe these systems as using medical-grade filtration.
Medical grade. That sounds serious.
It does.
What does that actually mean in terms of what it can filter out?
Well, according to the document, these air purifiers target a whole range of common indoor pollutants, like VOCs, those are volatile organic compounds, as well as smoke odors, mold, pet dander,
Oh, wow.
dust.
Sounds like they cover just about everything floating around in our homes.
It does, doesn't it?
They also mentioned something called ionization. What's that all about?
So ionization is an optional feature on their air purifiers, and essentially it releases charged particles into the air.
Okay.
And those particles can actually attach to pathogens like bacteria and viruses and neutralize them.
Oh, wow. So it's like an extra layer of defense for our respiratory health.
Right.
And this all ties back to supporting the immune system.
Exactly. Puriti's point is that by minimizing this constant bombardment of airborne threats,
Yeah.
their air purifiers allow the immune system to function more effectively without being totally overloaded.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's dive a little deeper into how reducing our exposure to all these toxins and pathogens, specifically through these products,
Okay.
actually supports our immune system and our body's natural detoxification process.
Okay.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
The document mentions a couple of different ways this happens, but to be honest, some of it goes over my head.
Sure.
Can you break it down for us a little?
Of course. So Purity suggests that by minimizing this constant barrage of, toxins and pathogens,
Yeah.
their products can have several positive effects. First, they claim to fortify the activity of what are called natural killer cells and macrophages,
Okay.
which are like the frontline soldiers of our immune system.
So they're giving our first line of defense a boost.
Exactly.
But what about how we actually get rid of these toxins?
Detoxification.
Yeah, detoxification.
Purity also claims that their products can help the liver and kidneys,
Which are
our main detoxification organs,
right.
work more efficiently.
Interesting.
And by reducing the triggers for inflammation,
Right.
they say their products can actually prevent the immune system from being constantly on high alert,
Okay.
which can be really taxing on the body over time.
So it's not just about fighting off invaders.
Yeah.
It's about helping our bodies clean house more effectively.
Exactly.
That's really fascinating. What else does the document highlight?
Well, they talk about the role of antioxidants in neutralizing free radicals,
Yeah.
which are those harmful molecules that
Right.
can damage our cells.
Yeah.
And Purita suggests that their products can boost our antioxidant reserves to further support our overall health.
That's pretty amazing. It really paints a picture of how interconnected our health is with the environment we create for ourselves.
Right. And that brings us to their focus on families.
Yeah, they're focused on families. So they really emphasize how their products can empower families to prioritize health, especially when it comes to protecting their children.
Protecting children is huge.
Yeah.
And they stress the importance of clean air and water
Right.
for children's development,
Yeah.
claiming that it can support healthy growth, improve learning ability,
Wow.
and even encourage those healthy habits that will last a lifetime.
It makes you think about the long-term impact this could have,
It does.
especially for kids who are still, growing and developing.
Absolutely. And there's also the emotional aspect for parents.
Of course.
We instinctively want to protect our children
Yeah.
and give them the best start in life.
Right.
So having these systems in place
Yeah.
could give parents peace of mind,
Right.
knowing that they're doing everything they can to create that healthy environment for their kids.
And the benefits extend to the entire family, right?
Absolutely.
They're suggesting that these products can lead to stronger immunity for everyone, meaning fewer illnesses and fewer missed days of school or work.
Right. Fewer sick days.
So it's not just about individual health.
No.
It's about creating a healthier, more resilient family unit as a whole,
Exactly. The whole family benefits.
which is really powerful.
It is.
Yeah, it really highlights that ripple effect of health, doesn't it?
It does.
When one person is healthier, it positively impacts everyone around them.
It's true. It seems like Purity is really taking a holistic approach.
Yeah.
Looking at the whole picture, not just treating symptoms.
Exactly. And, this whole deep dive has really opened my eyes to how much clean air and clean water impact our well-being.
It's important.
So to recap what we've learned from exploring Purity's perspective, they're all about empowering health through their water and air purification systems, which they claim offer some significant benefits for immune function detoxification and just overall vitality.
Yeah, their message seems to be, let's reduce the harmful stuff and let our bodies do what they do best, which is protect and heal themselves.
I love that.
Right.
But of course, it's important to remember that we've been focusing specifically on the claims made by Puritii
Right.
in this document.
Of course.
And it's always a good idea to do your own research.
Absolutely.
Look at things from different angles before making any decisions.
Critical thinking is key.
Yes, especially when it comes to our health.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more. And, this whole conversation has made me so much more aware of the environment that we're creating for ourselves.
It's a great point. It's not just about what we put in our bodies,
Right.
but also what we surround ourselves with.
It's so true. It's like a holistic approach to health,
It is.
taking into account all the factors that contribute to our well-being.
And that leads to a really important question.
Mhm.
Knowing how vital clean air and water are to our health, what steps can you take in your life to minimize your exposure to contaminants?
That's a fantastic question.
And I don't just mean specific products, think bigger picture here.
It really challenges us to be proactive and take charge of our health.
It does, empowering ourselves with knowledge
Yeah.
and making those informed choices that support our well-being.
Well said. This has been such a fascinating and eye-opening deep dive.
Yes.
I feel like I've learned so much, and I hope our listeners have too.
Yeah, it really is amazing what we can learn when we take a closer look at these topics.
It's true. Sometimes it's just about becoming aware,
Right.
and then from there, you can make positive changes.
Well said. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Puritii and for helping us understand those connections between clean air, clean water, and a healthy life.
It's been my pleasure. Always enjoy these conversations.
Until next time, everyone, stay curious and take care.
Thanks for tuning in to the iRogaya Wellness Podcast. Remember, small steps lead to big changes. If you're curious about the products we mentioned today, you can find them all at irogaya.com. That's AIROGYA.com. And hey, use the code IROGYA15 at checkout for a 15% off discount. Please note that the code is not applicable for Europe, some parts of the Middle East, and South Africa. Until next time, keep taking those steps towards a healthier you.